Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Harley Collison. He's had two fights, one win, one draw, and he's back out tomorrow night at the Bournemouth O2 on Bendel Promotions, and he's got Morgan Sellamuthu over 4 rounds. But before we get on to that, we'll talk about his first two fights. My first question is, how did you get into the sport of boxing?
So I originally started off just doing it to sort of keep me out of trouble. Done a charity fight sort of 10 years ago, and just sort of fell in love, and over the years got a little bit more disciplined. And it wasn't until probably about 5 years ago that I started taking it seriously, and just done various white collar shows and the Queensberry League, and then after lockdown, decided to sort of go for it and done a season as an amateur, and here I am now.
Mm-hmm. And you made your debut back in June at the O2 Academy in Bournemouth against a very tough journeyman in Victor Edgar, which you won 40-36.
Yeah, it was a right fight. It was difficult. Sorry, Sam. 2 seconds, mate. I'm just gonna have to get rid of this dog because he's squeaking a toy right there.
All right.
Keep watching that. Sorry, my man.
All right, good stuff, mate.
Yeah, he's a tricky guy to fight. He's slippery. He's dancing around all over the place, and it was a good learning fight for me. I've sort of rushed in previous fights, and I managed to sort of take my time and pick my shots a little bit. Maybe would have liked to have a bit more success, but it was definitely a good one to tick off, and a good learning one for sure.
Mm-hmm. Rate your performance out of 10 for that fight.
I think about 7. I think there's things I would have done differently, but also given the opponent and how slippery he was, I think I sort of stayed quite calm and done my thing, which was good.
Mm-hmm. And then you fought that Saturday just gone. You fought Danny Boyle over 4 rounds, which was a 38-38 draw at York Bethnal Green.
Yeah, that's a good fight. Listen, I wanted to jump straight into it. I didn't want to go for any more journeyman, and I was looking forward to that fight. And I think we had a good tear up. I think I pressed the fight. I set the work rate, and I went up there and laid it on him. And I think maybe on another show that would have gone my way. But I'm not disappointed with a draw. It's not a loss. I'm not really thinking too much into it, to be honest. Like I say, I was happy with my performance. Also, there's lots to work on. I was lunging in quite a bit. I think where he wasn't throwing loads, I felt I had to, keep the work rate up and set the pace. So, not much I would have done different. I think all in all, it is a fairly enjoyable fight to watch. I've watched it back a few times, and I'm happy with the fight. And like I say, the draw is not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And of course, it was a good fight to watch from a fan's point of view, and it was good from both of you. And in my opinion, fight of the night on the show, and you two stole the show. And if I'm honest, I can't argue with the draw. I thought a draw was fair. I thought he had the first. I thought you had the second, and then 3 and 4 was a bit it was close rounds, I thought. But I interviewed him after the fight. He said he wants to do it again with you. Would you be up for the rematch?
Yeah, I'm not sure if my team's contacted his, but I think he said December. Listen, I'll be out. I have 3-4 fights by December. If he wants to do it again and he wants a rematch, he can come down to Bournemouth and we'll do it over 6 rounds. I think that would be a good fight, and I'm up for that. But at the same time, rematches, it doesn't excite me loads. It was a good fight, but I'm happy to just move on and carry on with what I'm doing.
Would you not want to try and get the win over him?
Yeah, of course I would, but I'm not gonna. At the same time, it's not like my ultimate goal. I'm just here to keep going, mate. Whatever opportunities come my way, I'm going to take them. And yeah, like I say, if he wants to come down here and do it over 6 rounds, or we have a neutral, neutral ground, then yeah, for sure. I'm sure we'll meet again anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, I saw his interview and he sort of came across like he wasn't happy with his performance, and didn't rate himself very highly, and he thought he won the fight. So it is what it is. If he wants a rematch, then he can come down and do it over 6 rounds. Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. And so you've got Morgan Sellamuthu tomorrow. How many days' notice have you got for this one? Because I think you only got the phone call 2 days ago, was it?
Yeah, well, it was only confirmed Thursday morning, so do you know what I mean? I've wasn't expecting it. I've been resting this week, eating, binging on a little bit of food and here and there. And do you know what? As soon as it come up, I jumped at the chance because I think it's a fight I can win. And why not? Well, let's keep it going. I'm 30 years old, mate. I'm not here to muck around. I want to just take every opportunity that comes my way. And he's 4-0. I see the only fight I've seen of him is I think is it Robbie Chapman he fought where he got a draw.
Yeah, I think he's two wins, 1 draw actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it, of course. Yeah. So I think it's all up for grabs, to be honest. And why not? Like, I'm ready to go. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, on BoxRec it says you're a light heavyweight, but I thought you were super middle.
Yeah, I am. I will be super middleweight when it's a day before weigh-in, but we're fighting at 12 stone 5, which isn't quite light heavyweight, but I think it's just above super middleweight. And where they're the same day weigh-in, do you know what I mean? We're not really cutting any weight for it, to be honest. It's sort of as we walk around. Well, it is for me. So yeah, that's what that is.
Mm-hmm. And what do you know of Morgan Sellamuthu, and what do you expect from him tomorrow night?
I know he's a boxer, like as in, I think he won the ABAs, but I'm guessing that was a few years ago. And he looks to me as if he's come down in weight over the last year or so from what I've had a look on YouTube. But to be honest, mate, I don't really look into the opponent too much. I'm more focused about what I'm doing. I'm going to go in there and do my thing, and I'll work people out pretty quickly. And I know what I bring to the table, and I'm going to make it a fight. So it's I'm focused on myself, and what'll be will be.
Because you always bring a good fight. Because last time you had a good fight against Danny, did you enjoy the experience boxing in the away corner for the first time? And what was it like boxing at York Hall, Bethnal Green, like the home of British boxing, basically?
Yeah, I mean, amazing venue to tick off the list so early on. Loads of history there. Really wanted to get that one done, and on the second fight was good, and to put on a bit of a show was even better.
What rounds would you have gave yourself?
I think, to be honest, I had second and third, and
Second and third, and you thought fourth as well.
The fourth was fairly even. It was like I sort of got, a bit sloppy towards the end, and I was just pressing and charging forward. I think the first round was just about his. I think it was, it's pretty close. There wasn't much in either of it, to be honest.
I think I don't remember what he said, but I think he said he gave you the first round, and then he thinks he won the last 3.
Yeah, he did say that. I wasn't. Yeah, well, we've all got totally different outlooks on it.
You've both got really different opinions. So
yeah, but
and I think
I've watched it back now, and after watching it back, I think the first round, it wasn't like bundles of action, and he just landed a few more jabs. I think that was about it. But I think volume of punches, I landed and I outpunched. I think, and I pressed the fight. I was the aggressor.
Are you expecting a hard? What do you think? Do you always prepare for a hard fight?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my thing. I like to think that I could go in there and box smart, and but to be honest with you, it's not really my thing. I like to just go in there, get stuck in, and I think putting the pressure on people, it messes with their plan, and I'm quite good at a high pace, so yeah, it seems to work for me, and maybe I have to adjust that as the levels go up.
Hmm.
But for now, I'm happy to just, especially over 4 rounds. I think you've really got to up the work rate and get
Hmm.
the to get the job done. So yeah,
And of course, last time, he did beat Gennady Kilichi, I think his name was. But
yeah,
when he did get test in his first sort of step up sort of fight against Robbie Chapman, where he got digged into the trenches, he got a draw, and arguably it could have gone Robbie's way, it could have gone Morgan's way. So do you see weaknesses in Morgan Sellamuthu for you to capitalise? And do you think you'll get the knockout win tomorrow night?
yeah. Listen, exactly how you just said it. I watched that fight, and yeah, Chapman laid it on him, and I personally think that Chapman won that fight. It was close. It was a quite a sort of sloppy. There's a lot of grabbing and things like that. But yeah, I mean, look, if that's anything to go by, Chapman laid it on him and he struggled. So I'm not saying that that's the total plan, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a bad one to go with, would it? So yeah. What was the
So,
other question?
oh, I said, do you think you'll get the knockout win or stoppage win tomorrow night?
Look, mate, I never chase that because normally it's a shot that you don't think's going to land that does that. But I think if I lay the pressure on from the start and I see it, and obviously I'm going to take it, mate. So I'm not saying I'm going for it, but yeah, why not?
Hmm. And have you got any people coming to support you, like local friends and family coming? Because at your call the other week, you had quite a few people there supporting you.
It sounded like quite a few, mate, because I've got a good little group, but there was only actually about 10 people there for me, and which is lucky, like being the away fighter, that was the blessing because you don't have to sell the tickets, which for me is the really like stressful thing because these home shows you've got to clear quite a lot of money, and yeah, I struggle with selling the tickets. I've got lots of well, not loads, but plenty of people that comment and like my posts and things like that. But when it comes to actually buying the tickets, I think people don't realise how important it is for us boxers to sell them tickets because we literally can't fight it. It comes out of my pocket if
Yeah.
we don't sell them. So
Is that why you and
tomorrow,
Stefan are starting to go in the away corner quite a bit?
I think so, mate. Yeah, this is sort of my, I work a full-time job. I've got commitments. I'm training twice a day, and to then, I'm only just surviving anyway, and then to have to put out my own pocket to pay the purse for the other fighter is not really something I can afford. So yeah, the away fights are appealing for me, and that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get the decisions I should, because we all know there's a little bit of a stigma around that, but we've got to do what works. So I'm just going to keep fighting and keep taking the opportunities. Hopefully, I think tomorrow I'll just have a handful of people that will come, like my girlfriend and my mum and dad, and probably that's about it. But I'll be back out in October at the O2 again, and
And
I'll really have to press and try and sell some tickets, and hopefully I'll put on a show tomorrow, and it's going to rile people up, and people are going to want to come and see me.
oh, 100%, mate. Because if it was a really entertaining fight Saturday, and you're just an entertaining fighter to watch. Always comes forward, always loves to tear up, and that's what we love.
Thank you, mate. That's what it's about. I think you've got to, like I say, press it in these early days to build the hype, and when the levels go up, I have to tone it down and change and pick my shots a little bit more. But right now, mate, that's it. Let's build the hype. Let's give some wars and give people what they want. I want to be involved in good fights. I want people to say that was a great fight after every fight, and not
Mm.
just say it because they feel like they should. And yeah, let's give the people what they want.
Hmm. And of course, for anyone who wants to support you on the 21st of October, I believe you're selling tickets. How much would they be, and how can they contact you to get those tickets?
Yeah, amazing. So you can contact me on Instagram, the letter hammer_93. Just drop us a message. I can send them, post them, or deliver. I think the standard tickets are £35, seated are 40. There is ringside tables at £70 a head for 10 people. So yeah, if anyone wants to drop me a message, that'd be amazing. So thanks for that, Sam.
Good stuff. Make sure you contact Harley for a good night of boxing, because Steve always puts on a good show, and it's no matter what place he's on the card, it's top to bottom, it's a stat night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good shout, mate. It is. He's a good man, Steve Bendel, and yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good show. So, and I'm on fight number 2, so it's going to be an early night for me, which is great.
Good stuff, mate. So can we expect you to, like, how many more fights this year roughly can we expect you to have?
Once a month. So I've got, yeah, I'd say 3 more fights. I think there's not one booked in for November, but I'm sure that'll come about, probably an away one. And then I know December 2nd, there's another show down at the O2 in Bournemouth, so no doubt I'll be on there as well.
Good stuff.
So yeah, mate, and whatever comes in between, like these away ones for me, this is how I'm gonna cover myself for my home shows, because the money that I earn is gonna have to probably go in the pot, because I haven't got any sponsors that are giving me pound notes as such. I've got a few guys that are helping me out. The gym tin does my massage, gives me a great discount, and he's a good friend. And a few other boys that are like, helping me here and there. I've got a few leisure centres, Ferndown and Andover Leisure Centre, that are sort of giving me memberships and things. But as far as like pound notes go to, help me with training camps and paying for opponents, it's not there yet. So definitely just keep taking these away fights to help me pay for the home ones, really.
And what can fans expect from you tomorrow night?
They're going to get what I say, which is going to be always, I always bring a war. I'm always going to be pressing. I'm going to be setting the pace. And, there's a few people there, like, it's a home show, even though I haven't sold tickets. So there's going to be people that know me, and yeah, they're in for a proper fight, and which is what I always bring in. And hopefully I'll gain a few more fans, that haven't bought tickets from me, and, they'll see me and see what I'm about and go from there, hopefully.
Good stuff, mate. Good to hear. And before I let you go, do you want to thank anyone at all?
Yeah, just thanks to House of Pain, Danny Rueg, and all the boys there, and like Steve Bendel, done my corner last week. He's a top man, and yeah, anyone that's buying tickets and sending me messages and sharing posts, and it's all important stuff, and it's all going to get me where I need to go. With if people carry on supporting me. So.
And
yeah.
well done last Saturday, and also good luck for tomorrow, mate. All the best.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Top man. Yeah, keep hustling, mate, and yeah, I'll see you again.
Thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Top man. Cheers, mate. See ya.
Bye.